Hello creative friends, this is Joy. So here I wanted to show you the things that I put in my ephemera journal that I created. And these are scrapbook papers that I decided would make good text spots for, journaling on. So I am just cutting these down to a size that, will be a good size for a text spot and, that'll fit in this journal that I created. So that's what I'm doing here, just cutting some of these scrapbook papers down to size. And then here's the last of the scrapbook papers that I cut down. And then these are like printables that I thought would be something good to put in this journal that I could use on, different projects. And some of these are like postcards and, other different types of cards. And then I have this graph paper, which I thought would also be good if I cut it down for, for a text spot as well on a project. As mentioned in the last two videos on creating the journal, this idea came from a video I saw from 49 Dragonflies, and I will put a link to that video so you can see the one that she created. And of course mine's completely different. I made mine, my own way. And so here I'm adding all of these elements. I'm, separating them by size because I have different size pockets that I've created for this ephemera journal. And so I'm just, separating them by the size and where I would want to put them in the journal here. And if you want to see how I made this, you can go back and watch the first two videos. The first one is on doing the inside, and then the second one is on doing the cover. And so those are also on my YouTube channel if you're interested in seeing those. So I add all of those into this ephemera journal that I created. And then I have like this little notepad, which I thought would be good for text spots. And these are stickers that I got in the mail. I keep, getting free stickers sent to me. So I thought these would be good to go in there. And then this here is just a pad of cards, and so I went through it and pulled out the ones I thought would make good text spots on a journal or on a project, and put those in there to use. The one that 49 Dragonflies showed was one where she was doing a working on a bullet junk journal she called it, and I was thinking about doing something similar. I haven't decided completely on that yet because I'm trying to do a bullet journal right now and it's not really going so well. But I still thought that this is a great idea. So here's some Tim Holtz die cuts that I got. That's butterflies and flowers. So I just go through this and pick out big butterflies, small butterflies, and different size flowers and types of flowers. And I don't know how many pieces are in here, but there's a lot. I didn't put them all in my journal because I wanted a variety of things in here, but I probably put half the pack in there, and then the other half I put away. So I got a good variety of flowers and butterflies. And then these butterflies is also Tim Holtz, and they are, like on, what do you call it, like a clear, plastic. So I thought those would be a nice addition and something different. So I added those. And then here is a pad that I bought for notes and things. So the smaller little note things, I thought, well, those would go good for text spots. So I added some of those. And then here's some more Tim Holtz die cuts, and this is people, and there's even dogs in here. So I went through and sorted out, and there's a whole bunch of them. I don't know how many is in here, this pack, but there's more than I could put in here. So I got some big people, and I got some little people, and a couple of dogs that I added. in here, and then of course put the rest away. Here's another pack from Tim Holtz. It has different butterflies and flowers in there, but since I got plenty of those, I was just looking to see what else they had, and they had these cute cards. So I pulled out some of the cards. There was duplicates. I have tons. I realized going through this process, I have tons and tons of ephemera. If anybody wants any ephemera, let me know, and I will gladly send you a pack full of stuff because I have more ephemera than I realize. So here's another case that I have that's full of more ephemera. So I went through this and just to see what else I have in here, and decided to pull out some more items that I had in here to add to my ephemera journal. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm looking to see what I have in this case that I can also add. So it had these little, like, I don't know what they are, but I'm going to use them as text spots. I thought that would work. So I added those to my ephemera journal, or my ephemera, yeah, I guess you can call it ephemera journal. And then I had some of these dots that I decided I'd add in there. That would be good. Here's some little mini envelopes. Added those. This is a bag of just random little, like, tags and stuff. I thought that would go good. Put those in there, and I felt like this is a way where I'm going to really be able to use up stuff I've been, I've had for a long time, and it's just buried in all the other stuff. So these are little chipboard stickers. So I went through and I pulled out some of those to add into my ephemera journal, and some of the stuff was wanting to slide out the top. So I ended up getting a book and propping it up on that so stuff would quit trying to slide out the top. So I added those little, chipboard stickers in my journal. I thought these would be a good addition to put in here. And then there was one that was like a ruler. It was really long, so I found a spot for that. This here is stuff that somebody else sent me. They sent me a bunch of ephemera, so I looked through that to see, what, was in there that I could add to this journal that I could use. So that's what I'm doing here. Some of the items, are a little kind of big, so I weren't able to add them, but I may go back and actually add like a big pocket on the front and the back cover, just inside the front and the back cover, to add like bigger things. And I didn't think about it till after the fact that I should have added like, a full page, but I didn't. So here I'm going through and looking at some more ephemera. This is another Tim Holtz pack that has, like, different little, things in it that I thought would go good in here. Here's another pack of Tim Holtz die cuts with different things that I went through and grabbed some more stuff to add. And then I decided, I can add some tags. So here's some tags, Tim Holtz tags. I added those in there, the smaller tags. And then I have some other tags that I had found in my drawer. So I added a bunch of tags. And then here's a bunch of stamps that I thought would go good, would be a good thing to add. So I added all the stamps. And those were stamps that, I kind of collected. And this here is like stamps that they're stickers that I bought. And there's like 2 sheets of each. So I just grabbed one of each type, 1 sheet of each type. And then I had to cut them down to fit them in my journal here. So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm just cutting them down so they'll fit into the pockets of this, journal. And like I said, I really need to add something to the front and back, like a big pocket to add a little bit larger stuff. But the idea was to add, smaller ephemera that could be, added as decorations on journal pages, or if I decide to do the more decorating in like a junk bullet journal, then that'll be fun, you know, and easy to just pull this out, see what I have, and, you know, pull from it. And then, of course, I have tons and tons of more ephemera to keep it, you know, keep it refilled. So here's just pictures from magazines that I've collected, that I went through, and some other little pieces of ephemera that I collected that I thought would go good in the journal and that I might use. And here I was just cutting down a couple of pictures that were, you know, a little too big, but I was able to cut off excess to get them to fit. And then here, this is actually a pad of like different things on, you know, these sheets that you can cut out and add to, you know, projects. So I went through this book, and I have another one there that I cut things out of that I thought, you know, might go good, might be good to put in there. And so here I'm just cutting down some of the items and sticking them in there. And there's the other one that's got different things that I thought I would like to put in here. So I grabbed some of those out of here, and they have in these pads like 2 sheets of everything. So yeah, I just grabbed some of the stuff that I thought I might like to use out of this pad, and then put those in a journal. And I mean, later I'll you know, when I go to use them, I cut them out, you know, spend more time cutting them out. And here's an ephemera pack that I bought. I don't remember where this is from. I had this for a long time, but it had some, like, you know, things that look like they'd be good text spots, and some tags that I thought would be good. Here is some printables that I had printed out and cut out a long time ago, and I just kind of had them in my stash, stuck in a drawer. Some of this stuff I've had, and I actually kind of forgot I even had it. Like this, I've even forgot I had this stuff. I found it again digging in the drawers. So yeah, and I'm like, wow, these are already cut out. I don't really have to do a lot with them, you know, just pull them out and use them. So going through and finding a place for that, and some of them were too big to put in. So I you know, either cut them down if I was able to cut them down to get them to fit, or just didn't put them in, you know, at all. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm continuing to try to add these items to this ephemera journal. Here is some like leaves that I had, and so then I have these other leaves, and I forgot I had those leaves. So I put those in there. And then this is a box where I had some ephemera in, where I was working on a little pocket journal that I thought, well, let me go through and see what's in here. So I found some stamps, some bird stamps in here. So I'm like, I want to add more stamps. And then these are some more stickers that are stamps. So I'm cutting them down so I could fit those in the journal. So I'm just adding the sticker stamps, and I'm moving the butterflies because I want to keep, you know, all the stamps together in one area that I have so I could see what I have. So I moved those butterflies so I could just keep all the stamps together. So that's what I'm doing here, is cutting the stamps down, these sticker stamps, and adding those to the journal. So then I go through, like I said, this little box that I had some ephemera in to see what all I have in there. I had some doilies, some like, you know, a couple different types of doilies. So I decided to pull some of the doilies out and add those to this journal. And there's some more stamps that I had in there. So I added those because, you know, instead of this box now, I'll just pull out this little ephemera journal to work in my little pocket journal. And then, you know, going through some of the other ephemera that I have in here, Tim Holtz ephemera packs that I have in here. Yeah, I bought a lot of ephemera because at one time I was making journals, but I've not made any more, you know, putting them on Etsy. So I had a lot of fun making journals and putting them on Etsy and selling them, but that kind of dried up, so I quit making them, and now I've got tons. I'm telling you guys, tons of ephemera. If you want any, let me know, and I will be glad to send you some. So here is a box where I have a lot of stuff in it, things that I got in junk mail, magazine clippings, you know, just whatever. This particular box is all animals. So I decided, well, I'm going to go through here because I want to add animals and stuff, you know, pictures of animals. So I went through this box of animals to pick out some of the smaller things that I had in here that I could add to this ephemera journal. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just picking out what I can find in this box to add to this ephemera journal. I also have a small box, you know, with people, like pictures of people in that I'd cut out of magazines and junk mail and stuff. I've got one of things, you know, different things that, you know, I cut out of magazines and junk mail. But I didn't go through those, but I just went through this box with the animals and picked out, you know, a bunch of pictures of, you know, different animals you can see here that I'm adding. And that one envelope that I just set aside, that is actually full of little stickers. I'm sure everybody gets, like, you know, those the junk mail where they send you like your like, what do they call them, address labels. They'll send you free address labels because they want you to, you know, send them money or whatever. And 9 times out of 10, it's not even the right name or the right, you know, address. So I cut off the picture because I like the picture. The picture is of animals, and they make cute little like stickers and stamps. So I cut those off. So here's some of the things that were in that little bag that were just stickers that I got in junk mail. And then these little strips, that's just the pictures that's off of those. I'll just cut off the name and address label and just keep the little pictures and, you know, turn them into stickers. So that's what those are. And I add those to this ephemera journal. So yeah, I thought I might overstuff it, but I actually, you know, by the time I was done, I had a lot that I put in here, and it was fine. It wasn't, you know, overly stuffed like I thought it would be. And I think this is really going to work out nice, and I'm going to be able to see a lot more of the things I have. So here is the completed journal and all the stuff that I've added to it. And I really like how it turned out. I'm really happy with it. If you guys like this video, you can give me a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my channel to see more. And definitely go back and see the first two on how I created this journal. And I'll leave a link below to 49 Dragonflies video so you can see that. So thank you guys for stopping by and watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.